Welcome back to Crystal Palace. We are ploughing on with our first European game. Taking on Alanyaspor in the Conference League. Conference League only, unfortunately, for Crystal Palace. And then we've got Everton. We're going to sim Bournemouth at home. I think they're down the bottom end of the table and really struggling. And obviously we'll sim Shelbourne away because that seems pretty straightforward to me. And then Arsenal we shall play as well. Pushing Fulham into the next episode where we'll then plough on into the month of November as well. So not quite the whole full month per video thing, but it's basically because there are some important games in here that we'd like to play, quite frankly. We have some money available at the moment, I think, left in our budget, £13 million as we get closer to the January transfer window, but we're not thinking about the window just yet. Still waiting for a potential absolute worldie through the youth setup. Nothing screaming at us thus far, but Ewan Brown does look like he could be okay. So he might be worth a call-up and a loan out in January. What is that? Is that a chip shot? Yeah, go on then. We'll promote him to the senior squad and we'll loan him out in January. Still waiting. Actually, we've got a scout report that has come in here. Do I? Do I not? Not got a scout report yet. But what we do have is Crystal Palace's first game in Europe for as long as I can remember. You're a bit surprised that... What? You came to me with an unexpected event telling me that you wanted to leave because... You went to the press and said horrible things and that you never wanted to play for the club again. So I put you on the transfer list and now you've said, oh, I'm a bit surprised. Screw you, mate! Clearly the player conversations aren't appropriately linked with the unexpected events. That's another thing to report to the devs. It's fine. We're still, as of recording, between... he's literally indefinitely unavailable, I believe, through the squad up. Yeah. Player absent indefinitely. Oh, I'm surprised you put me on the transfer list, boss. You really, pal? Alright, anyway, let me stop ranting. Let me go and play Alanyaspor whilst you guys drop the video a like. You make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and you come and follow me on Twitch or Kick and join me on the live streams as well. It'd be great to have you with us live and in the moment. Hello, Javier Prado. We've just signed you in Valencia, but that's for later today. Right now, actually, hang on. I think we just got that scout report come through. That would be timing, wouldn't it? Yep, here we go. Anyone 76 to 94? Danny Slater, a right back. 4 to 6 play styles. Hello, sir. You intrigue me very much indeed. 63 to 87. Left mid. Looks like he could be okay. Mason Groves, 65 to 89. He's only 14 at the minute, but it's worth a punt. And these two, sorry, Henry Bradbury and Isaac George. You're not going to cut the mustard, but I'm intrigued by that. That right mid. 76 to 94 for Slate. He's currently 64 rated. He's got dead ball, long pass, jockey, quick step and long throw. Wow. That's impressive. Well, let's get you a development plan. Let's send you out on loan in January and hopefully you'll grow very, very well indeed. All right. Now we'll go and play Alanyaspor. So here is Alanyaspor's team. Yanis Hadji in there. It's probably the only name we recognise. Although Elia, is that... It's not going to be Elero Elia, is it? I mean, it might be. That's a name I haven't seen for a very long time. Is it? No, Meshak Elia. Do we recognise any other players in there? Bruno Viana, no, not really. Paulo Victor, no. Anyone on the bench that we're familiar with? Steve Mounier, bloody hell. That's a blast from the past. Other than that, no, not particularly. That's a very strange formation with those wide men quite so close to each other. What is... That looks a bit weird, doesn't it? With the right... The left mid and the right attack. That's probably just a visual thing, but that looks rather strange. Regardless, let's crack on. We are playing with a rotated 11. Actually, that new youngster, Slater, before we get to the point of being able to send him out on loan, he's going to get a start here in the Europa Conference League. Welcome to the club, young man. Let's see what we can do in the early stages of our first game in Europe. I'm not sure when Crystal Palace last played in Europe as a club. If they... No, they must have at some point. Uche gives us the lead after 3.5 minutes. That that's exactly the start we wanted. Kristantas Uche is the first man to score a goal for Crystal Palace in Europe for decades. Right, that's really well worked around. We're able to cut it out, thankfully. We'll try and come on some sort of counter-attack. Caught them on the counter in the opening 3 minutes, and you never know, we might be able to grab another goal as well. Abdi delivers the cross, looking for the man at the back post who can't quite get there. We win this with Cobby? No. Check Doucouré, well, didn't need to challenge for the header because they've just given it straight to me anyway. Doucouré, Mainu looking for Uche, who's in again and scores again. Crystal Palace lead by 2, and Alanyaspor are not up to the challenge. Not quite what I had in mind with Romanessa, but it's worked well enough. Float an early ball. Never mind. We're going to get to that. Oscar Dawley probably should have squared it. Good save by Paulo Victor. If we weren't already 2-0 up and we were desperate for a goal, I probably would have looked to square that, but felt like going for it. Oh, good clearance. We get to that first. It's Romanessa. Lays it in front of Cobby Mainu. Fires it straight into a defender. We are absolutely bossing this so far. He's got very flash yellow boots. It's got to be offside, surely. He's on. He's on. Saved by Henderson. I mean, that is the most perfect timing of a run and pass I've seen for a while, because he was 10 yards beyond the defensive line there. It's Yalcin. It's a nice sharp turn and a lovely tuck inside as well, but Doucouré will get rid of it. All right, Alanyaspor actually fighting back a little bit, and you never know, they might score a goal here, but they haven't. Henderson again with a relatively comfortable save. Abdi back onto his right and delivers a really good ball, and it's an excellent header from Oscar Dawley, but it's also an impressive save as well. Put a bit more power on it from Dawley this time. We have scored a header from a corner now, of course. Check Doucouré, and in possession now, doing so in the last episode. Can we... No. I was going to say, can we finesse that into the top corner? It wasn't even 10 yards near to the goal. Oh my God, it's so bad. Slater's got the number bloody 4. Go on, lad. I think this young Slater kid could be sensational. We do need depth at right back, with Nathaniel Klein being 69 rated and rubbish. Oh, he's offside. I thought he was on. So, a short-term loan for young Slater, and then he very well could be our backup right back next season. He has the potential to be special tag, as I might have shown in a previous highlight in the video, I might not. So, we knew his potential window was like 70 to 90 something. Well, it turns out it's actually 90 something is his potential. So, we really want to try and nurture. What a strike, what a save. We really want to try and nurture young Slater if we can, because it looks like he could be an absolute worldie of a player. Whether that be for someone else with a massive sale, or for us long term. But Slater genuinely might be a generational talent at right back. We might have the next Trent Alexander-Arnold on our hands. Or Kyle Walker, because he is quite quick. Little back heel here. I was trying to find Kristantas. Never mind. Still 2-0 Palace. Oh, that's loose. That's really poor. Essa. I always thought Romanessa was absolutely rapid. Are you onside? Uche's on. Simple third for us. Very simple third. Thought Romanessa was absolutely rapid, and I don't think he actually is in game. Is that a hat-trick for Uche? I think it must be. Little low shot finish. Low driven. It's a hat-trick, isn't it? Yeah, hat-trick for Uche. And then he's immediately substituted after scoring his third. Romanessa with two assists as well. I just feel like I thought Romanessa was rapid. Maybe he does get quite quick, and that's where I've seen him in previous saves. Or he was faster last year, I'm not sure. But Uche in the 4th, 12th, and then 66th minute now comes off for Jean-Philippe Mateta after bagging his hat-trick in Europe. I think we might get through the league phase of this competition if this is the calibre of opposition we're going to be facing. He says, as Aaliyah pulls one back for Alanyaspor. Shut your face, Ches, it's not going to be that easy. Timing. This is with a rotated 11 as well, that we're getting this strong result here. We are going to have tougher tests if we want to win this competition, like the board expect of us. but we expect of ourselves to be able to get through games like this. Are you onside? Yes. Abdi Ezalzouli adds a fourth. We're walking to victory here against the Lanyaspor. It will get more difficult in the latter rounds, but if all of the league phase is this straightforward, we'll have no problems whatsoever. Into this 92nd minute, they've gifted us the ball back, and Borna Sosa will just get it forward. That was a dream start to European football for Crystal Palace for the first time in Europe in 27 years. Well worth the wait. Uche hat-trick. Love that. Bring on the next game, which I actually can't remember who it was. Was it Everton, I think, in the Premier League next? I was impressed, Danny. Very impressed. Well done, young Danny Slater. So impressed, I'd consider playing him against Everton. Mark Gahey's role has it's been changed, or is updated. How close is he to going up in rating? He's 82, and he's 2 weeks away from being 83. Fantastic. I will actually train him as a wide back, so that's going to improve sprint speed and acceleration, which are important stats. The general consensus in the comment section, I think, Birmingham have bid for Slater already. But to be fair, he might get quite a bit of first team football at Birmingham in the Championship. Loan to buy? Absolutely not. Short-term loan, please. So I'd be quite happy to loan him out for the rest of the season. And hopefully he could be an absolute banger moving forward. Here at the Hill Dickinson Stadium then for the first time on FC26, and Everton line up with Mark Travers in goal. Jacob Bryan, Evan Ndicka, Branthwaite and Guerrero. Idrissa Gana Gueye and James Garner. Dibbling gets the start. Tierno Barry up top at striker with Merlin Roehl, new signing for them in real life, at Cam. I've given Slater the start at right back because he impressed so much in the game against the Lanyaspor. And what I'd started to say in the previous highlight and then kind of interrupted myself about Mark Gahey, what you guys had said in the comment section is that you would probably prefer that I make him transfer listed for the January transfer window and just see what happens. You reckon it makes sense to sell him whilst we can get some sort of value out of him rather than just let him leave for free at the end of the season? So I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to sell Mark Gahey in January. Then obviously we'd have to replace him in January, but we'd have the funds to be able to do so. Just trying to work this about, see if Quinton Timber can get the shot away, but unfortunately not. But that's what I was saying before I interrupted myself earlier. I think that's probably the most popular option. It's not going to be solely well received, but I think it's the most popular option to do with Mark Gahey. Thank you for giving that straight back to Timber. Appreciate it, mate. Rudoni. Ismail Assar. Rudoni's there again, and the ball forward is decent. Eddie Nketiah looking for Ismail Assar, who will tuck it back for Eddie Nketiah. Narrow angle. Travers makes the save and holds on well. Quinton Timber, lovely movement from Rudoni. Not good enough from Idrissa there. Looking for the ball over the top to Ezalzouli, who's in. Abdi, oh my lord. Oh! That was nearly boot to face, and it was a terrible touch from Ezalzouli. He should have done better there. Sarr finding Nketiah, but he can't get it under control either. Well, we're nearly finding the opportunity to take the lead against Everton, and Everton can't help but give me the ball back at the minute. So if they keep this up, it's surely only a matter of time before we do take the lead. And Ismail Assar could have done so too if he could have just gotten away from Jared Branthwaite. Blimey, Tierno Barry's a big boy, isn't he? He's won himself a free kick here too. Mitchell, forward towards, I've overrun that. You knew immediately that I'd made the mistake. Here's Roehl. Tyler Dibbling. Expected his rating to be perhaps slightly higher on FC at launch. Wharton will drill this out wide. Another raid? Bloody hell. We just got raided by Luke literally a minute ago. And now Hayden's arrived with his as well. And Eddie Nketiah very nearly, I say very nearly, wasn't really that close, to heading us in front here at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. It's only just occurred to me they have Garner and Garner in their midfield. Here's Merlin Roehl. Barry's just trying to keep himself onside. It's lovely interception by Mark Gahey. Nketiah's going to come short. Can we get Ezalzouli through a gap there? Shot from range maybe? No, he's just let it get away from him. We are finding that quite a bit with the players that don't quite have the dribbling stats that you dream of. when you're sprinting with them, they do let the ball get just too far away from them and have it taken off them far too regularly for my liking so far. But it's probably just a case of not having players that have high enough stats yet. Thank you. Try and fancy it. Oh, you're going to make... I mean, I played a pass and he just ran after it. Not ideal there. We've given the ball straight back to Everton again. Here's Garner. Jimmy. Oh, he's got the pace. He's got the finish too. Tierno Barry scores for Everton and we trail away from home. That's a good finish. Garner. Oh, nice first time pass. Decent save by Henderson. He's quite frustrated at his defenders. That's Tyler Dibbling going off for Everton. Not sure who they brought on in his place. Here's Jared Branthwaite with a header from the corner and it's very firmly met. Very well saved, thankfully. We'll go to the right back first. Then we can get it down the line. He's got loads of space here. They left one player really, really deep there. Ismail Assar, just a little dink to try and find Uche. And Dicker's back though to clear it. Maybe I should have played that on the floor slightly earlier. Really poor defensive positioning from them on the breakaway from the corner. Someone was just 20 odd yards deeper than everybody else and was playing 3 men on side with no other defensive support, and I've kind of fluffed that there. Guerrero now back inside here to Idrissa Gana Gueye, who's found only Ismail Assar. We drill it on the floor now looking for Uche, but Ndika's in the way. I'm going to lose this. I really felt quite confident in the first half that we were going to get a positive result, and then the second half just didn't go according to plan. Uche and Ndika's solid. And Ndika and Branthwaite have been really good at centre-back as a partnership. And, well, quite frankly, Everton will be very glad to have them because that's really the only reason they've got a clean sheet at the minute. That and the fact that I certainly haven't played to the maximum of my potential in this game. I mean, the striker went down, but the ball was nowhere near. It was never going to be a penalty for that. Grealish off the bench here for them, but 92nd minute now, and the game is up. We just lost to Everton in a game that felt absolutely winnable. Birmingham's still trying to negotiate that short-term loan. Samsonspor would like to take young Slater on loan, but we'll try and negotiate that as a short-term loan rather than a loan to buy. Now, Newcastle want Doucouré. Well, that says to me that Doucouré somewhere has said something about a contract. Yeah, I didn't get a notification about that one. Doucouré is wanting a new contract, which is fine. I'm quite happy to give Doucouré a new contract. He's unhappy at the minute. Submit the transfer request. He is currently on £55,000 a week. He's only 25 though, and he'd be a great squad player. So let's go to the contract negotiation. Oh, he isn't. Can I delegate it? No, he just genuinely wants out. Well, I think we might be about to lose Check Doucouré. Okay. Let's see if we can maximise the financial package with Newcastle, or maybe get a swap player in there. Who might they have in midfield that would be able to fill that role? They wouldn't be willing to let anyone like Joel Linton leave. Lewis Miley's going to grow well, I'm pretty sure. But I mean, we've barely used Doucouré so far. So I could do a swap with the Lewis Miley, hoping that he's going to grow, and then maybe 9 million plus Lewis Miley. Would you actually be open to that? I don't want to lose Lewis Miley. Well, let's just try and maximise the financial package then. If we are going to lose Doucouré, then we want to make sure we get decent fee for him. £15 million, 11.2. I'm going to reject it. I'm sure I can get a bit more than that from someone else. So we will do what we can to try and maximise a Check Doucouré deal. But for the time being, he stays. And up next is Bournemouth. Walter Benitez is leaving us. Indefinitely unavailable because he badmouthed us in the press thanks to the unexpected event, and he has agreed a deal with Everton. He will leave us to our most recent opponents. Right, Yeremy Pino is now a left winger as opposed to a right mid or whatever it was his previous thing he was set to. And I think we play him as a we actually play him as a winger just to try and get that sprint speed and acceleration up. So let's do that. He'll be up to 82 rated in 20 weeks' time, which will be before the end of the season. Loan offer for Slater can now be confirmed to Birmingham for a short term. Samsonspor, was it Samsonspor? Yeah, Samsonspor looked like they're trying to negotiate a 2-year loan, but I did tell my assistant to ensure that it was a short-term loan. So hopefully we will get that short-term loan. What I'm going to need to do is keep a keen eye on the player conversations, because that sort of thing, whilst the bug is still in the game, which hopefully will be fixed in the next few days, could occur with a number of other players. So we're going to have to make sure we keep a keen eye on that. We're actually dropped to 16th in the table now, thanks to that defeat to Everton, unfortunately. We had started to turn the corner a little bit, but Bournemouth is certainly a side that we could do well against, and we will be simulating that one next. And Samsons will have agreed a short-term loan. We'll see where Danny decides it is that he wants to play his football. We'll find out now, I think. Danny Slater is going out on loan, and Danny Slater is going to Birmingham City in the Championship. I think that's the best move. I think that's the right call for Danny, and hopefully he'll grow very well with his potential to be special tag, and then we can ensure that he's part of the squad moving forward next season. Obviously, we're going to try our best to have European football next year as well via some sort of avenue, whether that be Carabao Cup win, FA Cup win, or league finish. But obviously the league finish is quite a way away at the moment. We're going to sim this one against Bournemouth. Wharton will come out for Mainu, and we should still be able to get a pretty good result here, hopefully, at home. We do. 3-2. Jeremy Pino with a brace. They actually went 1-0 up through Evan Nielsen. Then Sarri equalised on the brink of half-time, for Jeremy Pino gave us a lead just after. Jimenez then, not long after that, has pulled it back to 2-2. But Jeremy Pino, given the start over Ezol Zuli this time, and helps us get the victory. So, delighted with that. And up next for us is Shelbourne, which we shall also be simulating, and then it'll be Arsenal after that, which is certainly not going to be anywhere near as easy. Shelbourne, our next opponent in Europe. Obviously, we anticipate them being quite lowly rated, and it's a 2-0 win. Ezol Zuli getting the first goal. They had a man sent off after half an hour, which is not necessarily going to help things, is it? We dominated possession, we dominated creation, and we dominated the result. Europe is going perfectly thus far. The Premier League, not so, but we are back up to 11th, actually, with that win over Bournemouth. It's very tight at the minute in the Premier League after just 8 games, as you can quite clearly see. Those European spots are still a little bit further away, but it's very tight at the bottom, as you can quite clearly see. Burnley still without a win so far this season, though, unfortunately for them. Quinton Timber is now a holding midfielder plus. 1 week until he goes up another rating, which is superb. We're getting great growth from the side so far, and hopefully we can do something against Arsenal. It's obviously going to be a ridiculously difficult game, but if we can snag a point, I'll be very pleased. Right, Arsenal lining up as follows in their 4-3-3. Mike Magnon in goal. White, Gabriel Mosquera and Nkapie. Erdegaard, Rice and Marino. Saka, Gyökeres and Trossard. David Raya benched. Saliba obviously sold, so he's not in their starting lineup. Let's see what we can do here against the Arsenal. It's North London versus South London. We know which way we expect the result to go, but will it? Kobbie Mainoo starts out of Wharton, whose stamina needs training because he's just not fit enough, regularly enough, for my liking. Kobbie Mainoo against the Arsenal from the edge of the box, shoots wide. Well, thank you. Thank you very much indeed. I can't remember what the old, thank you, bow formation celebration is. I've done the motorbike one apparently. Kristantis Uche scores his first goal in the Premier League, his 5th goal of the season. And, well, that is what they call a gift. Marino's going to get to the loose ball. Here's Saka now. Gyökeres, Erdegaard, Saka, Erdegaard. Erdegaard still. Just got to him. Don't know whether we gave him the shoulder barge in time to put him off the shot. Yes, just. And it has gone wide of the target. Well done, Tyrek Mitchell. Oh, hello. We could play some slick passing football of our own, you know, Gunner fans. Go on, Ismaila. Uche. Oh, nice shot to get it out his feet quickly. No backlift. No goal. Quinton Timber involved. Gyökeres, that's safe. That's wide. It's a corner. It must have taken a deflection. Home fans screaming. Palace fans have bought so many bloody flags. Yeah. That's a good one. He's gotten right behind that. Arsenal are level in the 25th minute. It's a really good header, to be fair. Not sure who's with him. I think it's Jeremy Pino. It's just a mismatch, isn't it? Fair enough. Arsenal score a corner. It's the most realistic thing that's happened so far. It's Munoz that was with him. Set piece FC strike again. Gyökeres spins me. Gyökeres is in. Don't foul him. Well, I don't know how much Henderson knew about saving that with his feet. Gyökeres, I think, just kicked it against him, but we'll take it. Right, don't let them score this time, please. Oh, they might. They very nearly did. Gabriel leaps well, but heads wide. Okay, Ben White. Oh, beautiful. Gyökeres. Good save and away. Declan Rice announced as man of the match for Arsenal. Hit a hand. Play will continue. Saka coming forward. No, Bukayo. That's not a foul either. The referee deems it, I think. Ah, 92nd minute of one added on. Martin Ødegaard fires it straight at the keeper. A missed opportunity for Arsenal. A taken opportunity for us to grab an extra Premier League point. Thank you very much. We had to work unbelievably hard for that. If Arsenal hadn't just given us a goal, then they surely would have gotten the result. I didn't have any shots in that second half whatsoever. Arsenal absolutely bossed it, but couldn't find a way through. In the Premier League, we sit 11th at the minute then, after that point against Arsenal. Solidly mid-table, which is what the board want from us. 7 points away from a Conference League spot via a league finish. I don't think we're going to have the quality to get a European spot via a league finish this year. It is probably going to be something that happens via a cup win, but stranger things have happened. But hopefully at the beginning of tomorrow's episode, we will beat Fulham and be through to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Positive episode though, all told. Perfect start in Europe, and hopefully we can keep that going. And then obviously what happens in the league and in the Carabao Cup, we shall just have to wait and see. Isak has 10 goal involvements so far this season, apparently, for Liverpool. He's starting life in red very, very well indeed. This is top stats for the Carabao Cup. Let's have a look at top stats in the Premier League, shall we? Trossard with 7 goals in 9. Isak with 7 in 9. Maddison with 6 in 9. Gyökeres as well. Dan and Doy scored against us, actually, didn't he, for Forest? Might have scored multiple times for Forest against us, actually. Grimaldo scored against us for Villa as well in that game. Intriguing. And in the Championship, Haji Wright is smashing it for Coventry. Is he worth a look at some point, Haji Wright? Maybe. 27, though, so there's not much time for him to grow before he starts declining. Might be worth a look. Then again, might not. Chibrakpong doing it bits for Ipswich. Regardless, getting carried away. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in Valencia tonight. Don't forget that save. If not, Palace tomorrow.